Guys, welcome to my channel. Today, we will review the latest Nissan Navara 2024. This is the latest Navara with the biggest change when it comes to interior. One of the complaints in the previous Navara is regarding its interior, especially the dashboard design. Yung design ng dashboard niya is sinasabi nilang malakas makaluma dito. But the good thing is, nilagay ng Nissan yung dashboard ng Nissan Terra dito sa bagong Navara. The Nissan Navara is one of the best-selling models sa Nissan lineup. Especially nang unang lumabas ito sa market natin since siya lang merong advanced suspension system na gumagamit ng coil spring sa likod instead of leaf spring. The Navara is well known sa kanyang smooth drive even though pick-up siya, and I agree with that. Yung ride niya is very similar to its sibling, yung Nissan Terra, which is doon naman talaga nakabase ito. So tara, I'll show you the latest improvements dito sa Nissan Navara. Ang i-review nga pala natin is itong Pro 4X, which is the top of the line 4x4 dito sa Nissan Navara lineup. Pagdating sa exterior design, siya yung isa sa may pinakamagandang front-end design for me. It looks sporty and rugged, which you want in a pickup truck. What I like about this is yung kanyang prominent V-motion grille sa harap, which complements well with the overall design and lines of this pickup truck. Pagdating sa headlight niya, meron siyang quad LED headlights. Pagdating sa pickup segment, siya lang yung may quad headlights at LED na rin yung fog light niya. Ang kagandahan pa nito, yung grille niya is all blackout na, with the Navara embossing dito sa may taas ng grille. At pagdating naman dito sa baba, meron siyang front-end garnish design na meron siyang red accent. And pagdating sa side mirror, you can see na it's all blackout and you can see the camera here for the 360 camera. And even yung door handles niya is blackout na din. And meron din siyang slim type fender flares with red accent. At yung kanyang stepboard is blackout na din. So cohesive yung mga black accents sa exterior niya. And just like top of the line of the other pickups, meron din siyang roof rail. Ang tires nga pala niya is size 17, which is different from the size 18 of the VL variant. Just like the D-Max, BT50, and Triton, naka-drum brakes pa rin yung likod niya. And you can see here the Pro 4X stickers dito sa side bed. So sa previous iteration at saka itong latest ng Navara, medyo itinaas nila yung design ng bed. Pero doon lang sa dulong part. So parang naka-rake yung design ng bed niya. So yung design cue na yon makes the rear a lot bigger and substantial. Kasi pag tinignan mo yung mga Navara before, siya yung pinakamaliit pag pinagtabi mo sa mga existing truck in the market. And as of now, medyo ganun pa din. Pero at least meron ng improvement na konti when it comes to its massing. And then meron din siyang shark fin na antenna for its modern look. At ito, isa sa mga selling point ng Navara, yung kanyang coil spring at saka yung 5 multi-link suspension dito sa likod. So it really gives a smoother ride compared to its rivals na naka-leaf spring. So pagdating naman dito sa fender liner niya, kitang-kita mo yung chassis niya saka yung mga connections, no? Madali lang namang i-cover yan. Maraming mga aftermarket na parts. Pagdating naman sa tailgate niya, it's assisted, so hindi siya mabigat katulad nung sa Triton. Ang kagandahan dito sa Navara, it can carry 1 ton payload capacity kahit naka-coil spring siya. Kumbaga, you get the best of both worlds. You get a pleasant ride, at the same time, you get a good loading capacity. At syempre, pagdating sa tibay, kung nagkakarga ka talaga ng sobrang bigat, mas okay pa din yung leaf spring, mas matibay yun. So yung unang labas na ganitong generation ng Navara, mas lesser yung loading capacity. Now, Nissan has increased yung kanyang spring rate, so it can carry higher load. So compared dun sa lumabas before, medyo steep yung ride niya compared doon. Pero minimal lang naman yung change niya. Pagdating naman sa rear tail lights niya, yung brake light niya is LEDs, even the park lights. But yung signal light tsaka yung reverse light is still bulb type. At maganda rin yung pagkakadesign ng bumper niya. It's body colored. At dito sa likod ng tailgate niya, may naka-embossed na Navara lettering. From the side, very noticeable talaga yung rake since tinaas na nga nila yung height ng bed. At yung side profile niya is very sporty. Need lang talaga palitan yung wheelset niya para ma-appreciate nyo yung Navara. So punta naman tayo sa updated part, mainly sa interior, yung dashboard design. So in this latest Navara, inilagay na nila yung dashboard ng Nissan Terra. For some, it's a good upgrade. Sa iba naman, na-lessen daw yung usability ng old dashboard design. Since nawala yung dalawang cup holders at saka yung compartment sa ibabaw na merong 12-volt socket. Pero for me, mas pipiliin ko pa din itong updated na dashboard. Since malaki din ang nagawa niya in terms of feel. So yung sidings niya is still the same, just like the Nissan Terra. Pero parang off yung transition ng sidings going to the dashboard. Pero may mga lines din naman na nagko-connect which makes it more cohesive. And then dito, hard plastic yung material dito sa bandang taas. And then meron ditong leather padded na armrest. At nandito yung switches niya for doors and windows which is very simple. At yung driver side lang ang auto. So pagdating sa ambience, talagang naiba. Nagmukha siyang premium compared before. At ang isa pang selling point nitong Navara is yung zero gravity seats. I thought placebo lang ito, but owning the Terra before, masarap talaga yung upuan na ito. And during long rides, hindi ka talaga mapapagod dito. Sa driver side, meron siyang 10-way power adjustable seats with lumbar support. At ito pa palang na bago naging power adjustable seats na siya. Kasi dun sa previous Pro 4X, manual adjustment yan. Ang power adjustable lang yung sa BL variant. At dito yung sinasabi ko na nawala yung cup holders. Dati meron dyan. And yung steering wheel niya is just tilting. Hindi siya telescopic. So medyo mahirap hanapin yung driving position mo dito. And then meron dito siyang switches for cruise control. And then dito sa left yung control ng head unit at saka sa instrument cluster. Nandito naman yung trip reset, saka yung parking sensors, at yung adjustment ng luminance ng instrument cluster niya. At dito naman sa lower portion, nandito yung 12-volt socket, saka yung Type-C at saka Type-A USB. And then itong knob na ito is for its 4x4 system. At dito sa part ng shifter niya is gloss black. At dito rin nakalagay yung diff-lock switch niya at saka yung hill descent control switch. At yung handbrake niya is still manual. So wala siya ng auto hold feature. At yung glove box niya is damp and decently sized. Yung fascia ng dashboard niya is made of leather. Pero yung pinaka-top ng dashboard is plastic pa rin. At itong rear view mirror niya is auto dimming na rin. At dito sa driver side, meron siyang vanity mirror na merong ilaw. At doon naman sa passenger side, meron din siyang vanity mirror at meron ding ilaw. At pagdating naman sa head unit niya, it's a 9-inch display which is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capable. And also naka-rain sensing wipers na rin siya. And then push button start-stop. At saka meron siyang dual zone air conditioning. Ang napansin ko dito, nag-iba yung interior vibe niya nung nagpalit ng modern dashboard. Yun nga, merong mga lines na parang hindi connected yung sidings dito sa dashboard. At napansin ko din, wala siyang grab handle dito sa driver side. So, mahirap pumasok at mahirap bumaba. At kahit sa likod, wala siyang grab handles dito sa may B-pillar. Yung visibility niya is actually good since boxy naman yung design. At napaka-minimalistic yung dashboard design. At yung instrument cluster niya is a combination of analog and digital. Okay, punta naman tayo sa likod. If you notice here, wala siyang grab handle dito sa may B pila. So, medyo mahirap umakyat. And also, mano-notice mo yung high flooring niya at yung medyo maliit na space niya sa interior. And what I like here yung angle ng seat base niya. Napaka-komportable siya. So, even though mataas yung floor height niya, comfortable naman since maganda yung thigh support. Naka-angle ng maayos yung seat base niya. And even yung backrest niya is actually in a good angle. Ang maganda dito, meron siyang rear aircon vents and merong saksakan ng USB port na Type A at Type C. Unlike sa Triton na walang aircon vent. And then yung cup holder niya nakalagay na dito sa taas, hindi katulad ng unang version na nandun sa flooring. When it comes to seat comfort, ito talaga yung pinaka-nagustuhan ko sa Navara. So, both sa driver and passenger are very comfortable. Pero yung backrest niya o sandalan, hindi siya naiibaba. Ito lang seat base ang pwede mong itaas. At dito sa ilalim, meron compartment, nandito yung mga tools at saka yung jack. And just like the Hilux, naka-fix din yung mga handles niya dito sa interior. So, ganito ang design ng rear seats niya. High quality siya at saka ang sarap niyang upuan. Okay, punta naman tayo sa engine. Ito yung YD25. It produces 190 PS and 450 Newton meters of torque. So, tried and tested na ito since matagal na rin siya sa market. So, just like its Japanese counterparts, very reliable ito. Ang negative lang dito yung refinement ng engine niya. So, sa lahat ng pickup, yung engine niya pinaka-clunky. Aside from that, it is also noisy. And speaking of transmission, 7-speed automatic transmission siya. It's not the best transmission out there. Kasi nga, matagal mag-shift yung transmission from first gear to second gear. So, malaking factor yon kaya nagiging matakaw siya sa kurudo. But you will really appreciate this engine kapag mga long drive. Napaka-smooth and very torquey siya in almost any rev range. Usually kasi yung mga diesel engine, mararamdaman mo yung power nila sa low RPMs. And then nagda-drop as you go higher in the rev range. And in the case of the YD25 of this Nissan Navara, in my experience, even though nasa higher RPM ka na, meron pa ring noticeable power na mararamdaman. Unlike if you compare mo sa bi-turbo ng Ford, mas ramdam mo ang power loss sa higher rev range kung ikukumpara mo sa other diesel engines. So sa highway, ang sarap i-drive nitong Navara. Ang peak torque nga pala niya comes at 2,000 RPM. So medyo late na siya compared mo doon sa TJJ3 ng Isuzu that comes at 1,600 RPM. So isang factor siguro yon kaya noticeable yung delay sa low RPMs. And I am familiar with the engine since I used to have a Nissan Terra which has the same engine as the Nissan Navara. So even though meron siyang konting delay sa low RPMs, masarap naman siyang gamitin sa high speed. For the active safety features, ito yung meron sa Pro 4X. Meron siyang emergency braking, forward collision warning, intelligent driver alertness, blind spot warning, rear cross topic alert, lane departure warning, high beam assist, hill start assist, saka yung hill descent control. And also, ang pinaka-importante, meron siyang 360 cam. Okay, let's summarize. So, for a price of 1.85 million, you've got a substantial pickup that drives pretty well and has a lot of tech features. I think ang kulang na lang sa features nito is yung adaptive cruise control as well as yung disc brake sa likod. Other than that, solid naman yung package niya. Especially yung interior niya, malaki talaga ang nabago when it comes to ambience. Compared with its competitor sa top of the line segment, isa siya sa pinakamura. Pero if you think of it, sulit pa rin talaga siya. Pero kung i-compare mo siya doon sa kanyang sibling na Mitsubishi Triton, since may partnership yung Mitsubishi at Nissan, mas substantial pa rin yung features ng all-new Triton dito sa refresh na Nissan Navara. So yung specific model ng Navara na ito na refreshed, hindi pa ito yung product na joint venture between Nissan and Mitsubishi. So yun yung all-new Nissan Navara na lalabas, which is a cooperation between Nissan and Mitsubishi. They will share some components. But if you are going to ask me kung okay ba na bumili ngayon ng Nissan Navara, for me, hihintayin ko na lang yung all-new Nissan Navara, which will have similar components with the Mitsubishi Triton. Pero kung hindi ka naman makahintay, pwede na rin. Kasi for the asking price of 1.85 million, you get substantial features naman and a comfortable driving experience. And for sure, makakaroon ng price increase pag inilabas na yung new generation Navara. So, isa-isahin naman natin yung advantages and disadvantages nitong Nissan Navara. One of the advantages is yung refined ride niya. Since naka-multi-link coil spring suspension system siya, so expect mo na mas maganda yung ride niya compared with the other pickups in the market. Yung zero gravity seats niya contributes a lot for a comfortable ride during long rides. Next one is the aircon. It's really undeniable na superior yung aircon system niya than the other pickups in the market. Since Calsonic yung aircon niya, ang lamig talaga ng aircon nito. Kahit sa tirik ng araw, iwanan mo, pandarin mo yung aircon, malamig kagad. Ang kagandahan pa nito, sa lahat ng variants, merong aircon dun sa likod. Unlike dun sa Triton, sa mga lower variants, wala silang aircon sa likod. Another advantage is yung kanyang tested na engine at saka yung transmission. So, parts availability and engine performance would not be an issue if you buy this pickup truck. And lastly, yung kanyang tech features. Back then, si Nissan naman talaga ang nauna in introducing tech features sa mga pickup trucks. Kaya yung una nag-introduce ng 360 cam and other tech features. So, hindi ka lugi for the price you're paying for. Okay, punta naman tayo sa negatives. As much as maganda naman yung performance ng engine niya in terms of reliability, medyo noisy lang siya at medyo clunky. So, in terms of refinement, hindi ganun ka-refine yung kanyang engine. And then, yung delay dun sa shifting ng kanyang transmission as isa sa mga negatives nito. So, sana ma-improve na yung kanyang 7-speed transmission. But just like what I said before, nagsashine yung engine entrani niya sa high-speed driving. And actually, before I forget, yung NVH nga pala, when it comes to the engine noise infiltrating the cabin, I think nag-improve ng konti since nagbago nga yung dashboard. Just like the Terra, siguro in-improve nila yung insulation dun sa likod ng dashboard. At ang isa pang negative dito, yung kanyang drum brakes sa likod. Yung mga kalaban niya has started to shift to disc brake na eh. In this day and age, I think it's better to have a disc brake. And another thing is yung rack and pinion issue niya. Yung mga unang Navara at saka Terra, merong issue sa rack and pinion. And then, kumakabig yung manibela pa kanan. I just don't know kung na-solve na ito. And in terms of space, average lang siya. Parang mas malaki yung D-Max, BT50 at saka yung Triton. Medyo similar siya with the Hilux in terms of space inside. And lastly, ang kulang na lang talaga dito is yung adaptive cruise controls pagdating sa active safety features niya. And by the way, to me, there's something dito sa platform nitong Nissan Navara. Parang gusto mo lagi siyang i-drive just like a Nissan Terra. Even though hindi siya perfect truck, parang meron siyang sense of engagement sa owner. Siguro nga dahil komportable siyang i-drive at malakas din ang appeal niya to some. Ang nanonotice ko lang dito yung size niya. Compared mo with the other pickups, parang mas maliit siya. Kailangan ko pa siyang ilip at magpalit ng malaking wheelset para mas malaki siyang tingnan. Mababa din kasi yung belt line niya. So, yung window placement niya is mababa din. So, you get that illusion na mababa siya o mas maliit siya. And also, napansin ko, while nag-improve yung kanyang interior na ambience because bago yung manibela, bago yung dashboard, May mga certain aspects pa rin sa interior niya na parang mukha pa ring luma and outdated. Kasi nga, refreshed model lang siya. Hindi siya yung all new. In summary, despite its age, medyo okay pa rin siya since pwede mo siyang i-daily kasi comfortable yung ride, madali siyang i-drive since maliit nga yung footprint niya, at pwede kang magkarga ng 1 ton kahit na naka-cold spring siya. So, you get the best of both worlds. So, hindi na-sacrifice yung pagka-utility niya while having a ride that is smooth and comfortable. I think sulit pa din siya given the features and specs na binibigay niya. Kasi sa ibang brand, kailangan mo pang magbayad ng mas mahal sa mga features na meron itong Nissan Navara. Okay, hanggang dito na lang. I hope I have given you some information about this refreshed model of the Nissan Navara Pro 4X. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again my next vlog. Bye!